Hello everyone. Hello. Happy. Well, it's Monday. Monday for me. How are you guys? Whatever day you're watching this on. If it's a Friday, hope you're looking forward to the weekend. If it's midweek, we're almost there. But yeah, Monday for me today. So hello. How are we? We're back for the third episode. We're doing really well. We're keeping this going. I honestly didn't know how I'd get on with a bit of a routine. But actually, Jax goes for a nap and I just get this done kind of thing. I come on, I'll be yap, I enjoy it. So here we go. So third episode. So I really am kind of going backwards. So because, hello, can I say hello? Come on in. Come on. Oh, Ollie's come to join us. I don't know if you can just see him in no more. You say hello? Oh, he's come to join us today. So, I'm just making sure it's aligned. There we go. So yeah, you've come to join us today, have you, for the video? You saying hello to everyone? Ollie's a little bit shy, but yes, we are on our third episode. So yeah, we're going back a bit. So because I didn't vlog anything before having Jax, so hi, yes, sorry. Hello and welcome to my channel. So we are on our third episode, which is insane. We're getting going. So yes, hi, if you're new here, my name is Emma. I am a first-time mummy to a little boy called Jax, who is just over 15 months now. We're in our 16th month. It's insane how quick it's going. But yes, so because I didn't vlog before pregnancy, during pregnancy, and then obviously a year after pregnancy almost, if well longer obviously, we're kind of going back the way, which I quite like actually. So when I was pregnant with Jax and I was watching quite a lot of videos, I was watching a lot of people in the now. So they were kind of telling you, like giving you advice on what they knew there and then, or what they were packing, what they were doing, what they were buying, blah, blah, blah. Whereas because we've done it, or should I say, yeah, because we've done it with Jax, and we're now afterwards, I'm kind of going back and then giving you kind of like advice on what we did and what we would then do differently. So then I'll say like, we did this, we packed this, but actually we only need this, this and this. So it's a bit of a realisation as well. So yeah, I thought we'll go and do a third episode today on packing your hospital bag. So I know packing my hospital bag was actually different than most. So actually Jax wanted to come 5 weeks early. So yeah, we ended up having Jax 5 and a bit weeks earlier than expected. So he was meant to come at the end of August and he came in July. So with that in mind, when Jax, oh, are you comfy? When, so when we went to the hospital, in the end, ended up having Jax. My labour, I might actually go into this a little bit more depth, but not in this video today. It will be far too long. So I might do a bit more of a labour story later, like a birth kind of story later on. But this is just going to be a hospital bag one today. But just to kind of give you a backstory, we didn't actually have a hospital bag packed. So the week we ended up having Jax was the week I went on holiday from my work for a week and a bit, and I was meant to go back for 2 weeks and then go off maternity for 2 weeks, but in the end we ended up having Jax within my holidays. So the time that I took what I was having off with work initially to then, before obviously going off maternity leave, I was going to pack my bag then, but he came earlier, so we didn't have the bags packed. But I did have a list on what we were going to pack from videos, online help, your midwife, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm now being able to do in this video is really cut that list down, because actually we didn't need half. And when I say half, I really mean we didn't half of what I had on my list. It was insane. So a lot of people will say to have this, and this, but actually what I'm gonna let you know is on my list today, and it's a mum, dad and baby list, so I am gonna cover everyone, was like the essentials. It's what you need if you're going to be in longer. So we were in for just over a week, so we did need more than most. However, if we'd only been in for a day, which is what I'm really going to give you, because to be honest, even being in a week and a half, we didn't need much else than what was on this list, to be honest, apart from like I'm saying on the list, there's like loose clothes, but you'd only need a couple of changes if you were just in for a night, even the one. Whereas for myself, being in longer, we needed a little bit more outfits and stuff, but that would be about it. I wouldn't say there was a hugely amount of extra that I would have like put in my bag. Okay. So yeah, so episode 3 of the Mummy Diaries today is going to be hospital bag. I'm sorry, I'm already blethering on. I'm already blah, 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 and I think I'm trying to look better because I noticed in my last 2 videos I'm not looking in the right place. So I'm trying to look a little bit better at the camera, but here goes. So we'll start with Dad, and then we'll do Mum, and then we'll do BB. And that's kind of like the 3 lists. So I'm starting with Dad because it's really easy. So for all those dads out there, I would honestly say a couple of comfy outfits, and I would say no more than 2 if you're just an overnight basic stay. And I do think if you're going to be staying more, Dad can always head home and get more for you. But I do think in the bag, just pack the 2. So 2 comfy outfits. I would say an extra long charger. Now that can be, if you need 2 chargers, fair enough. If you think Dad needs and you need, in terms of Mum to be, but definitely for Dad, an extra long charger for him. I'm just looking down because I've made my list up. So if you see me looking down, I'm not being rude or anything. I'm just trying to remember and yeah, try like look up and down. I am sorry. So hopefully, yeah, it won't be too distracting. But yes, an extra long charger, snacks and energy drinks for Dad. Absolutely. You do not want a hungry man in the room while you are having contractions, you are potentially, going into labour. You need him to be able to grab things quick and easy for him to have, and then that's him sorted for a wee while. Toiletries. So there was a list of things like, shampoo, conditioner, toothbrush, but you'll know yourself toiletry wise what to grab. Deodorant, things that make you feel fresh, things that make you feel happy. So just, making sure you've got your toiletries all sorted for Dad, and then a pillow, a blanket. So it depends on your hospital. So if some hospitals will maybe give you a spare pillow and a blanket for Dad while he's in the room, but or you might have a few, so you can then give Dad maybe like one of your extra pillows, depending obviously what you have in your room. But I would say pack a pillow and a blanket for Dad just to be on the safe side. Now, it'll keep him warm, keep him cosy. I know hospitals are generally quite warm, but in the evening it can get a bit more chillier. So obviously depending when you go into labour, and the chances are you'll at least be an overnight stay. Making sure you've got a pillow and a blanket with you for Dad. And then I've just put things like a laptop, a Game Boy, like anything to kind of entertain them while things are maybe, you're waiting to progress. You've maybe gone in quite early from your contractions. You're not quite there. You're going to be, some people are 1 to 2 days extra in hospital before, baby comes along. So making sure there's some sort of entertainment there for Dad. Laptop, Game Boy, like a little something to play with. It might even just be fine with their phone, but that's when the actual charger comes in handy. So Mum. So with Mum, I would definitely say now for a lot of the clothing, underwear, towels, things like that, I have put black. So when I'm talking about these things, just remember I would get them in black, because if you heavily bleed afterwards, which is very common, you don't want that on anything nice, white and cream. But it is completely up to yourself and your preference. So please, whatever colour you want to take with you, you take my lucky colour, and that's absolutely fine. But for my preference, I grabbed, but for my preference, I grabbed anything in black. It was just a bit easier for me. So I picked a couple of loose outfits, and that's outfits for going to hospital, coming home from hospital, as well as pyjamas and things within hospital, loose nighties. So I found it really handy having like my nighties with me, because the last thing you want is restriction down there, and after a while you can't actually put anything on down there. So sometimes a nightie is nice and handy to have. I know you'll go into probably what will be like a hospital gown at one point, but in the meantime, you might want to just have like a wee nightie throw on for ease. I've also put in your nursing bras and your breast pads. So depending on breastfeeding and what you prefer, even though I personally didn't breastfeed, I still wore the nursing bras just because they were comfy and loose. They weren't so tight. Or you're taking maybe a selection of, I did have a selection of sports, oh, excuse me, sorry. I did have a selection of sports bras with me. Sorry. I did have a selection of sports bras with me. So it's completely up to yourself, your own preference, what you wear, what you feel most comfortable in. But definitely if you intend on breastfeeding, a few, oh excuse me, sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. To be fair though, we did have a little bit more of a tiring night last night. It was a bit more of a broken sleep last night with Jax. And even just myself. So apologies if I am yawning a wee bit through this video. It's certainly just a little bit of the sleeping pattern. You'll know yourself if you're a mum out there watching this and you are a little bit sleep deprived, yawning, it happens. So I do apologise in advance if I do yawn a wee bit through this video. I'm not gonna like keep editing it out kind of thing. It's just, it's normal, we all do it, it's fine. But yes, nursing bras and breast pads, 100%. I would just have a selection of them regardless, but like I said, I didn't end up breastfeeding because Jax came quite early. See, my goodness, I didn't end up needing them because obviously Jax came early. But like I say, if you're on the ball and you could even be over your due date, then you might want to pack a few of these just in case. Especially if you decide, if you're wanting to try breastfeeding, certainly. So slippers and flip-flops, 100%. I mean, I think I know when I went into hospital I did have trainers on, but from staying in hospital from the get-go, I had on Crocs and slippers. So you could have slippers, flip-flops, trainers, whatever you feel most comfortable in, but definitely have something you can just kind of slip it on and off. So much easier when you're coming in and out of the bed. If you are pacing the floor, you know, depending how your labour's going, you might be walking about for a wee bit. They might suggest that you go for a wee walk. So I definitely think slippers and flip-flops, definitely put them on your list. You've got black underwear and a black towel, so definitely take your own towel. I didn't initially have my own towel, but when Luke was able to come home to pack a few things for me to stay in hospital for, a towel was definitely on the list. So he packed a black towel for me, which was amazing. It was really helpful. So yes, I would recommend packing some sort of black kind of underwear, really loose underwear. You can get disposables as well, by the way. You can get disposables off of Amazon. I definitely did, and they were amazing. So disposable underwear, some black towels to take with you, one or two, and then again I've got toiletries for the mummy to be, because you will need your essentials, especially afterwards. You'll want a really fine shower, and you know, having that kind of your own toiletries with you is ideal. And then music or earphones. So I had my AirPods with me in hospital and I had my iPad. So again, just packing things that will make you a lot more comfortable in hospital, that will pass the time depending how long you're going to be in for. I was in for obviously a wee while and things like that. So I was in 4 days before baby arrived, before Jax came. So certainly having these things helped at that point. Obviously when baby comes, you're a bit too distracted, you're a bit, you know, you're not in the space to maybe watch things. I think we had the laptop in afterwards, because I was kept in for a wee while with Jax. Sorry. Yeah, I was kept in for a wee while afterwards with Jax, and Luke was with me. So we watched the laptop. I'm just going to move this over a wee bit, sorry. And yeah, we watched the laptop for a wee bit through the day and things, just when Jax was kipping and things when he was sleeping. So I would totally recommend having something for entertainment throughout, because it does make a big difference and passes the day a bit more. And then I've got a TENS machine down here, or / water bottle. So I didn't have my TENS machine with me, but I did have a water bottle with me, and the hospital was really good and they did fill it up for me. So For pain afterwards, I do think, or even for your back, my back was really sore afterwards, and the water bottle was just a bit more comfier. So that's a recommendation. So I would say for mum, that is my list. We'll go on to baby now, which is exciting. So for baby, it's a really straightforward list. They really don't need that much when they're first just born. They just need something to keep them warm and big posies. So an outfit, so you can have a couple, you can have a couple of outfits, but definitely the outfit for going home. So we had one main outfit for going home, and actually we didn't have the smallest size, so Jax ended up being a preemie baby, so he was in the premature size to start with, and all we had was newborn. So what I would recommend is, depending how you are getting on, you maybe just want to have one or two outfits for the littler sizes, just in case. But obviously you'll know yourself how you're progressing in your pregnancy. You know, if your baby's not going to be, because they'll know by their size guide, so you'll kind of know by the sizing of your scans and the percentile that your baby's at on the clothing. So keep a wee eye on that closer to your due date. But we certainly, because we weren't expecting Jax to come so early, we didn't have clothes his size, so his going home outfit actually was a bit big for him, but it was okay. We ended up getting, obviously, clothes that next day when we'd gotten home and stuff. We bought a few outfits, but sleep suits and vests. So luckily Luke was able to go to a couple of shops while we were in the hospital and grab a couple of things, because again, we didn't have anything for Jax initially in terms of his size and things. So sleep suits and vests, because they will keep him cozy in the hospital. A blanket, so I would definitely pack a couple of blankets, especially one, and that's, you know, we've got a one knitted blanket that we got for Jax, and it was a gift at my baby shower, which was super kind. So if you know, that ended up being like his blanket from birth, his like special blanket, and we have another blanket with his name on it. Again, we use quite a lot. That's actually like a blanket now we pop into nursery because it's got his name on it, so it's handy, it doesn't get lost. So a blanket, muslins, dummies if you think you're going to use dummies, socks and hats, 100% socks and hats, because it really does keep them extra cozy and extra warm. And then nappies, so they're like their own little toiletries. So nappies, cotton wool. I wouldn't necessarily buy wipes initially unless you're buying the water wipes maybe, but they're so brand new that you want to go with the cotton wool and the water, and it's so easy just to have a little dish that you'll probably get from the hospital, and that will help. Sorry, I'm just going to check my brightness. And that will help with the baby's bottom and things, keeping them fresh and keeping them good and not hurting them as well, because you know their skin is so new and so sensitive, so you've really got to be careful using wipes initially on them. But that would be my main list for dad, mum to be and baby. So you will be able to pack things that you think, actually I need this and I need that. If you're doing, you know, if you are wanting to do certain experiences or try different products, then yeah, you'll be able to kind of gauge what, sorry, I'm just trying to fix it again. You'll be able to gauge other things that you will want to put in your bag. It is a personal preference, but that is the list of things that that was all that we needed, all that we used. But you, again, might need extras, so, you know, that is just a little bit of a helping hand, at least maybe even a starter for some of you. It will be the list that any of you will just need, and that's it. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Little dude will be getting up soon, so this isn't going to be a long one. I'm hoping it's just about 20 minutes long. But I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to subscribe and keep an eye out for the rest of the videos that are coming. At the moment I'm uploading once a week. We're trying to keep that up. So once a week, and then I'm hoping to get to twice a week. At the moment they're kind of like sit down wee episodes, you know, you grab a cuppa, grab a fine piece and kind of listen to me waffle on. But I hope hope you enjoy them for now. They are going to get a bit more active. We will get up and about, and we do a bit of baking, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, some clothing and things. I'm going to do a bit of skincare and things, hair, nails, just anything that I think you mummies out there would love to listen to, find out about, need help with, a little bit of advice. But I am here for any questions that you may have. Feel free to drop them in the comments box below. I'll pop everything in the description, that I think would be useful for you to find in any of the items that we maybe had on the list, just so that helps you out a wee bitty. But yeah, I really hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to give it a wee like. If you think you want to stick around and listen to some more, feel free to hit that subscribe button. But thank you very much for now, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye for now. Bye.